Welcome back to my channel, guys. This is actually an amazing moment for me because to get Ezinne Chinkata on TV is not easy. On
Come on, I'm not that bad, Sharon.
Welcome to my channel. Today I'm at Chinkata store owned by Ezinne Chinkata, who's a creative entrepreneur and a fashion consultant. I met Ezinne 10 years ago.
10 years?
It's been 9 years.
That long?
That long, yeah.
Yeah.
My first modeling gig in Lagos. Guys, yeah, that's me. Ezinne started the shoot you're seeing on screen right
And Sharon was a handful.
Really?
You were a bit shy as well.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
I was just like, but you made it easy for me and you made me look good. Like, I felt confident.
You were gorgeous. Still is gorgeous.
Yeah. Thank you. I've kept this magazine and I've followed your work. I've worked with you as well. And it's been an amazing ride. How has it been this in the industry in general?
It's been a great journey. It's been very interesting, and then you would grow along with the industry because 9 years ago, fashion here was still at the onset, Nigerian fashion, but we've grown in miles and bounds, and we're still growing. There's so many more designers now, many more stylists, and so much to show to the world now about African fashion. People are no more afraid to embrace their creative side. People are no more scared to embark on fashion as a career as opposed to when it started where it looked like you're in fashion. Are you crazy? So fashion has so much to offer and it's a big money making business and people are beginning to key into that and bring out what comes naturally for us because Africans are very creative people and we're very colorful as well with vibrant culture, vibrant style and a lot to show. No, I didn't study fashion at all, actually. I'm sure you know that story, Sharon. I actually did science. I come from a very traditional family, traditional Igbo family, where it's like, you'll be the doctor, you'll be the lawyer, and I was meant to be the doctor. And then I studied cell biology and genetics in the University of Lagos, and I went ahead to do my master's in environmental management. So no, I didn't study it as an undergrad course, but when I decided I was going to go on with fashion as a career, I've done loads of courses. I've done a course in styling, fashion design, creative content. So when I decided that it was something I was going to go on and work with, it made sense to get as much experience and as much knowledge as I can in it so that I can excel. So I started working with Next on Sunday, Ellen, where you did your modeling gig. It was my very first fashion job and I was a stylist with them. So my first gig was paid. I was very lucky and I did that for a while. And during working there, I met Julie, who owns Wow magazine. And then I became the fashion editor of Wow magazine. And while that as well, I became a personal stylist to a lot of celebrities then. Then I didn't own a store. So I was full time into the fashion hustle. Oh my God, those were exciting times. You do everything and anything that came to you, which included styling shows, styling music videos, styling photography for magazines, styling everything and writing. You know, I was just hungry for work and hungry to make a map. I was also doing stuff for Bella Niger, writing for them. I started writing for Vogue Italia. I was like putting myself out there, but in the journey, I discovered myself more. I knew where my strengths were. I knew where I needed to go. I knew where I was heading. And finally, I also had good friends. And I had a friend, I would always say Banke. So Banke kept saying, Zinky, open a store. And I was like, I don't think I want to do that. I just wasn't ready. And in my subconscious, I didn't think I would enjoy it. So I just kept on doing this fashion and styling. I became the fashion editor of Genevieve magazine. It was like a very exciting journey. And then it felt like I kept asking myself this question, in 30 years, what do I think I want to do? Because I was doing a lot of personal styling then as well. And I'm like, in 30 years, would I want to be looking for the next black dress for an actress to wear to a premiere? I wasn't quite sure it would be where I would want to be. But I knew that I wanted to still be in fashion, and I knew that I would want to do what would be able to give me an income, one, would also be able to help the upcoming talent, be able to portray African fashion to the world positively, be able to be in the thick of the industry and in the heart of what's going on. And then it just felt like owning a store was the next natural thing to do. Mind you, I didn't originally start with African fashion. I planned to, but I started with buying things from all over the world. Then obviously, we had the Naira crash, and then things were so expensive. And I had already started talking to designers to come in, and it was my best decision to look at my brand story all over again and decide, how do I edit it to work? Because the pound and dollar is all over the place now. So I started stocking Nigerian brands, and that has been the most exciting part of owning a store, because now it's almost like styling as well. I edit my collection, I discover a brand I'm excited about, I meet them, I understand the personality of my store, I understand what the customers want, I understand what the brand is about, and then I try to edit and curate pieces that would fit my store. So I'm still styling, and then I enjoy meeting people. It's amazing to meet diverse people coming into the store and getting to style them according to what pieces fit their body types, according to their budget. It's been a great journey, and it's still evolving. I'm hoping to move on to e-retail, which is going to happen soon. Hoping to move to a bigger store. So much hard work, but it's a journey that is worth it if you're doing what you enjoy.
In what way do you think the industry is changing, and what are the challenges the African fashion industry is facing as a whole?
It depends on what you mean by change. There are change in different levels. Change for now, as opposed to 5 years ago, there's so many more designers. Oh my God, there's so many more designers. Before it was like only the top 10 designers, but now even I can keep up with the change. Like, there are new brands every day. Owning a retail outlet, I keep on getting like interest from exciting new brands that want to stock in my store. So like now it's African fashion has exploded, like I said, and there's more people lending their creative voice and expressing it through fashion. So that already is a change. And then another big change is the new interest in wearing Nigerian. Like before, a young man is going for a wedding, he probably will wear a suit. But now suits, people are embracing traditional wear even more. Wear the agbada, the ishiagu, the house, everything is cool as long as it's traditional. So we're more proud of our heritage and our culture and our fashion. So that has changed. So that has now made African fashion to be more marketable. So because of that and the increased appetite by the Nigerians to wear African, more designers are producing African. So that has changed more now. And then what else has changed? The industry is developing more. We have more production houses to actually produce these pieces for sale. There are more stores. It's just much more developed now. But obviously, we still have some of our problems that we try not to focus on, because as a whole, Nigeria and Africa is a developing country. No excuse for some of the substandards, but we're growing. Like power issues, lack of skilled labor. Some people have amazing ideas, but not the best way of actually reproducing it to look like they planned. So we have a lot of issues, but I have to commend how far we've come. And when I started at the beginning, it was all about pointing out the issues we have. But we've also come to realize that it's not about those issues, it's about trying to fix them. So it's not about saying, Nigerian brands make crappy clothes, there's no light, it doesn't sit well. What can you do to fix it? It's a journey. How someone made it 2 years ago, but I think that now as well, people are committed more to excellence. What would I like to see change? Okay.
Yeah, or improve in the way.
To be honest,
young designers especially.
To be honest, I hate being in this position where I'm saying what to change, because it almost feels like I'm criticizing, and I always feel like everyone is free to be who they want to be. But what I would like to see change is people not being afraid to be who they actually are. I prefer, like, one of the criteria for stocking at Chinkata is being true to your own true voice, where you perceive a certain style in a certain way and you're not afraid to project it. So I would like to see it change where people are not just copying, which is the same thing with every industry, which is the same with the global situation. There's always copies, but I want people not to be afraid to create new things. I want people not to be afraid to push their own voice. I don't want you to say, I would have really loved to make a green dress, but this really famous designer made a pink dress, so maybe green is not the right one to make, but it's pink. No, I want you to own your style, own your brand, own your voice, and project it so that people will take notice. I don't want you to just copy and paste. So that's what I would like to see change among so many other things. But that's the main thing, because if you're true to your voice, you would grow. But if you're living another person's voice, you will just be another voice among the voices, because I feel everyone has something really special to show. I mean, I wish that the government would invest more in our fashion, would develop more people, would give more grants to small businesses, would make it a more easy environment for people to be able to have a successful business in fashion. There's so much that I would like to see better. However, I try to focus on what is good and try to make it even better. I would say that there have been so many leaps and there have been so many dips. But all in all, firstly, is actually even trying to, at the beginning, it was trying to make styling and working in fashion a profession, and people even wanting to pay for your services as opposed to thinking it was a hobby. So how did you make that happen? How did I move on and win that challenge? It was about working really hard, doing my research, knowing my job, knowing about those that had excelled at it, and then being professional, because people felt like it was a joke. So I made sure that I always didn't feel like it was a hobby or I imagined and compared myself to my friends earning, and I had to be earning too. So it wasn't really about freebies for me, even though I had, it's different for everyone, but I knew that sometimes it's about freebies when you don't know what you're doing, but I made sure that I really crunched in on the work. So I made sure that whatever fee I'm proposing, I can defend it. So that was one major hurdle I had to overcome, getting people to take me seriously and getting people to say, maybe she knows what she's doing. How did I get that to happen? By working really hard, researching, doing my homework, doing courses in fashion, speaking to mentors, reading up, and then making sure that at every job I gave it 110%. And also, praying worked. Yeah. To be honest, my mission changes every day. Before, my mission was, to be successful. But these days, success is relative. My mission in life is to be content. And what would make me content is having a thriving business, having a great personal life, a good relationship with the Lord, being healthy and family. So it's like maintaining the right balance for that. So you're saying what was the question?
How do you strive daily to achieve it? Like, what do you do daily to work into it?
Striving to, I think that the most important thing for every business is being consistent. That's it. Try to show up always. Working out for yourself, you can be very tempted not to show up. Today I don't feel like. You can't go with how you feel. You have to push yourself. You have to say, consistently do this, consistently go out, consistently go to your job, consistently write your article, consistently reach out to people. And sometimes it might feel like it's not working, but it actually is. You just keep pushing, and as you're pushing, you get better. And then it registers in people's subconscious, and then you just keep winning gradually. Obviously, you have to also think that it's not an instantaneous goal, an instantaneous win. You have to be ready to journey. You have to be ready to be patient. You have to be ready to fail, get up again and move. You have to be positive. Sometimes you would fail. You might have a really good month, flying, and the next thing is like push. But in the failures, you learn. Just be very, very consistent and be strong and resilient, I would say. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I learned a lot just speaking with you for a few minutes. I know that sometimes...
I don't know if I believe you, Sharon.
No, I actually do. Like, because you're one of the pioneer stylists in Nigeria and you've maintained a standard. And like, if I start talking about you, we're not going to end today.
Please don't.
Like, I really
You're going to make me shy.
I really do love you. Thank you so much for
Thank you, Sharon.
You can follow Ezinne at Zinkata on Instagram, Zinkata on Twitter, and you can check her blog.
Zinkata1, thank you.
Zinkata1 on Twitter. Yeah,
on Instagram as well.
And you can check out our blog, www.zinkata.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you, and it's been a great one.
Yeah, see you guys.
All right.